What's up people, Gumiga here with another Pokemon Showdown video. In today's video, we're going to be playing a Gen 9 OU battle with Gen 5 OU Pokemon. So Generation 5 is the first generation with like a large amount of power creep. The amount of powerful Pokemon released in this generation is like much higher than like the last one, and the power levels are just much higher. So we're going to go over the team real quick. First up, we have Excadrill, currently in UU. As you can see, a lot of the Pokemon on this team are still pretty decent in like modern Pokemon, and most of them are like in like OU or close to it. So we have Earthquake, Iron Head, Rapid Spin, and Rock Slide, your classic physical set with the Rapid Spin to get rid of hazards, which are much more popular in Gen 5. I gave it a soft stand just to boost the power of Earthquake. Moving on, we have Landorus, still in OU, although it is important to note that Landorus is much worse now than it was in Gen 5 because of it lost a lot of moves. Like it lost like Toxic, Knockoff, and Hidden Power. So it is much worse now, but it is still an OU and still pretty decent. With U-Turn, Smackdown, Earthquake, and Bulk Up. Like I said, it has a very limited moveset now, so the moveset is a little bit different, but Bulk Up is there to boost my stats. With the Rocky Helmet. Moving on, we have Terrakion. It is currently in RU. It was actually in PU for like 2 days before Smogon thought that was like a bad idea, and they just put it into like PUBL and stuff like that. It is not PU. It is pretty strong actually. So it's currently in RU. Swords Dance, Sacred Sword, Rock Slide, and Earthquake with the Life Orb. Moving on, we have Rotom Wash, your classic leftover set, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, and Nasty Plot. Currently in UU, so as you can see, the Pokemon here are like still pretty decent in modern times. Next up, we have Scissor with Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Knockoff, your classic Technician Bullet Punch set with a Life Orb. Currently in UU also. Right here we have Heatran, also in OU. It was briefly in UU for like maybe like a month until, you know, Smogon realized that doesn't really make sense. So it went back to OU. And then we have Flamethrower, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and Will-O-Wisp with the Air Balloon to block off just ground type moves in general. Now we're going to play our first battle. Okay, we got our first battle here. Let's lead with the Landorus. Good Intimidate lead. They also lead with their own Landorus. Let's just go for Bulk Up. I can't imagine that this Landorus has much that it can do to us, so let's just go for the Bulk Up. Once again, if you're wondering why Smackdown is there, it's there so that if I run into a flying type, I can use Smackdown to get rid of its flying type or its levitation or whatever, and use Earthquake. So this is like a pretty niche set, but it does work when you want it to. So, or it does work against like really specific Pokemon. So, you know, it does have its uses. So let's go for the U-Turn here. Offensive U-Turn is not really a thing, but it did do a good chunk of damage, so we'll take it. Samurott, probably gonna go for like Ceaseless Edge here. Let's go for Terrakion. I do outspeed, unless it's Scarfed, which it possibly is. Oh, never mind, they just go for Razor Shell. Okay. Let's see. Let's go let's go back to Landorus. It probably isn't Scarfed. So let's go for the U-Turn. Again, just to pivot out of here. Okay, so they don't save the Samurott. Let's switch out into Rotom and see what they do. They might go out to Rillaboom here. In fact, it's a pretty good. Okay, they do go Rillaboom. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's go out to Scissor. I don't really use like pivot moves that much. Like usually I only use U-Turn if it's like in a position where like it does a lot of damage, or if it's in like a 1v1 scenario, because I don't really like switching moves that much. But it is a very popular move to run. Yep, U-Turn does good damage because Cinderace has very little bulk. Let me switch out into Landorus. I don't think whatever move it has will KO. So let's just go for let's go for the Bulk Up. Earthquake's damage is reduced from the grassy terrain. And for the most part, this team is like pretty standard in OU. Like it's still pretty good, even if all the Pokemon aren't in OU anymore. They're still very good in OU. So I think we shouldn't have that much of a problem. This could be the first video of this like battling with OU, like older OU teams in Gen 9 OU that actually wins, because I haven't actually won one of these yet. Gen 1 was like really far off. Gen 2 was pretty close. Gen 3 was pretty okay, and Gen 4 didn't go that well either. So who knows? Maybe Gen 5 is the first time we actually pull this off. As you could tell, if you watched enough of my videos, you know that I do not win most of these battles. But you know, maybe today's the day. But Let's see what they do here. They go out to Clodsire. Let's see. I think that we can go for knockoff here. Knockoff is good to get rid of an item. I find it kind of funny that knockoff is like 65 power, because if they nerfed it to what is it? 60 power, it's not really a nerf, because Scizor would just use Technician boosted knockoff, so it's probably for the best that we do not have Technician boosted knockoff. They go for the spikes, I go for Swords Dance. Bullet Punch might KO here. It depends on like how bulky this Clodsire is. The Terra Steel, interesting. Okay. And then they go for spikes again. Okay, so they're just here to set up spikes. Let's go for knockoff. It's the best move I can go for right now. And I'll just Bullet Punch whatever comes in. It should do a lot of damage to like most of their Pokemon. Even Cinderace probably can't take it that easily. Let's go for the Bullet Punch. Should do about half. Oh, more than half. A crit. That's pretty good. Close Combat gets the KO. And then we can probably just go out to anything here. We might be Scarfed, but you know, it's fine. We're just gonna try. Let's just go for the EQ and see what they do here. I do outspeed, so they're not Scarfed. They might send out like Cinderace here. Oh, they just forfeit. Okay, yeah. Not technically a win, but it looked like I was going to win that battle regardless. Let's start another battle and see if we can win. Hopefully, we got pretty close on the last one, so let's see what we can do here. This team is extremely concerning because it looks like it's like a stall team, which I'm very, very bad at playing against. Especially bad when you're using terrible movesets. So, alright, Glimmora, it's probably your classic, spikes set. Like, it just sets up hazards and, like, disappears. So we're just gonna go for Swords Dance here. It can't really do much to me. Let's just go for the Bullet Punch. I know what this Glimmora is going to try to do. I do have Rapid Spin on Excadrill, so I'll probably bust that out later. Earth Power doesn't do too much. It does lower my SPDF, but that doesn't really matter since I'm just gonna be going for Bullet Punch for the most part anyway. So I don't see much of an issue. Okay, so they got the Gliscor. They might protect here, but if they don't... Okay, so no protect, and I go for knockoff, which knocks off their stupid Toxic Orb. I hate that ability so much, Poison Heal. It's so annoying. Go for the Bullet Punch. Oh, okay, so they switch out, because I think they're planning for Gliscor to be a little bit more useful there. Just gonna keep going for Bullet Punch. I don't think Grassy Glide KOs, and even if it... I don't think it out, like... oh, fake out. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think Grassy Glide KOs, but if they do, like, outspeed or, like, go for it. Let's see. Okay, Grassy Glide does have more priority, but it does not KO. Good. Okay, Scizor doing very good damage. It may not be an OU anymore, but it is still definitely OU viable. Go for a knockoff. Does a lot of damage. Alomola. I recently found out that Alomola actually doesn't have that much bulk. It just has a lot of HP. Kind of similar to Warlord in that regard. Let me see what I can do here. I don't really like the spikes, so let's just go out to Excadrill. They do have Scald, but Alomola is almost never a offensive set. I have tried running offensive Alomola before, but that was before a joke. They go for a Wish, so they might switch here. It's hard to say. We'll go for the EQ just in case. EQ does not get a KO. Interesting. They go for the Flip Turn. Yep, that is a new move. Corviknight. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out to the Smackdown Landorus, and oh. Well, that did not go as planned. Okay. That did not go as planned. I could try to, like, do some, like, bulk up some shenanigans, but it doesn't seem worth it. Body Press does a lot of damage, but I do outspeed here, so I don't think they want to stay in. But just in case, let's go for the Thunderbolt. Okay, so they do stay in. They just go for Body Press again. Fair enough. And then we go out to Heatran. A Flamethrower should finish you off pretty easily, so let's just go for that. Okay, they switch out to Gliscor. This Gliscor was not doing too much anyway. One of the ways to counter Gliscor, one of them is knockoff. Like, assuming they don't protect in the first turn, you could just go for knockoff. Okay, you can go. Let's go to Terrakion here. My team is kind of weak to water. Flip Turn. Okay, that doesn't do too much. You could also like run Neutralizing Gas Wheezing to counter Gliscor because it neutralized the ability. Dragapult. Okay, let's see. I don't really know what they could do here. Let's go out to Landorus. It might be a physical set. Let's see. Are they a physical set? They are a physical set. Okay, interesting. What could I do here? Let's go for Earthquake anyway. Yep, okay, so they're a special set. Okay, so Earthquake so does a good chunk of damage, so it's good. What could I do here? Let's go for the Heatran. I do have the Air Balloon still, and then we're gonna go for Flash Cannon. Will-O-Wisp will just activate my Flash Fire. Anyway, Alola. This Pokemon's kind of annoying. Like, I'm not really sure what I can do against it, because it's just going to keep spamming Flip Turn anyway. So let's just go... let's see what I can do. Let's just go for Flash Cannon again. It might just go for Flip Turn here. Wish. Okay. Little unfortunate. They might protect. Let's go out to Terrakion. Okay, no protect, but they wanted to get the health back for their Corviknight. Okay, that makes sense. Let's just go for Sacred Sword. I don't think it'll kill. Yeah, it does not. It does about half though, so we take it. Iron Defense. Sacred Sword ignores stat changes, right? Yeah, it ignores stat changes, so not a big issue. That is one benefit it has over close combat. And then, let's see. I don't think that Alola can do much by itself, so we're just gonna go out. Just go for the Flamethrower. If it wants to switch, yeah, it does. It's not a big deal. We're just gonna keep going for Flamethrower. Let's see what they do here. Flamethrower actually does a lot more damage than I thought. Heatran does have decent special attack. Dragapult doesn't do that much, but it's okay. We go for the Flash Cannon. Actually, let's just go for Flamethrower just in case it switch out. They don't really have much to hit me with here, I assume. Yeah, Hex does like a third. Not too much. And they do get Life Orb damage too. And then Alola, once again, I do not see this Alola doing too much. They'd probably go for Flip Turn or something like that. Let's just go for Flamethrower again, once again, in case they switch out. So, let's see. We are pretty close to winning, actually. Like, I think we might be able to pull this off. It's a bit of a close one. Flamethrower does like a fourth. Flip Turn, that's what I expected. And then Corviknight. Okay, so Flamethrower does one-shot. Yeah, okay, Flamethrower one-shots. Not one-shot, it KOs. And then Alola, I don't think this Alola can do much. I'll burn it, I guess. Actually, okay, that's not a very good play. Heatran doesn't learn Toxic anymore, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, there's no Toxic damage. Let's see how many turns they're going to do this for. Let's try lowering its special defense. I don't know. We're running out. We don't really have much that we can do here. Flip Turn does not get the KO. Let's just go for the Earth Power. Keep doing that. Flip Turn. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure I just outspeed and KO it anyway, but just in case, we're going to go for Earthquake and Terra Ground. And I do get the KO. Okay, there you go. We actually managed to win a battle. It took five tries of like OU teams. Gen 1 didn't work, Gen 2 didn't work, Gen 3, and Gen 4 didn't work. But Gen 5 did work. I mean, it is the first gen with like really strong, like much stronger Pokemon. So I guess it kind of makes sense. But yeah, you know, we got what, 3 more generations to go through. So, you know, stay tuned for those. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay safe. Have a nice day. Peace out.